what you want. But suppose you were, how might that change your own sense of your drug use?
Oh, well, I suppose if we had a baby today, I'd have to take another look at, how I'm living my life, and I admit there'd probably be some adjustments I'd have to make.
And why would you do that? Why would you make a change in your drug use?
Well, number one, for one thing, even though I still insist that this is none of anybody's business but my own, once a kid comes along, then you're even more tied into your monthly bills and making sure your well-being as far as your income is taken care of. So I'd be a little bit more concerned about something happening at work, like what just happened. I think if I play my cards right here, I'll probably get through this all right and keep my job, and everything's going to be all right. But I don't know about if this were ever to happen again, so there would be that concern. And, I guess I would have to admit, I think somebody bringing up kids should probably have his concentration on that, and not be running around, spending money on substances and partying with their friends as much, so maybe a little bit of a different lifestyle might be called for.
Which in some ways is part of what you don't want to give up, I sense. Yeah.
Not right now, I don't know.
Yeah. And that's another thing I wanted to ask you about. What are the things that you like about the drugs that you use? What's good about those for you?
Oh, I don't know. When I get together with my friends, it's just become so much a part of what we do that, it's hard to stop and say, well, what do I like about it? I just like the feeling. I like the way, marijuana in particular makes me feel. We'll go off and, whether it's a card game or we'll go to a baseball game or whatever the heck we're doing, or camping, fishing. Sometimes I'll go camping or fishing with my friends, and, it's just part of the relaxation, we'll smoke a joint, kick back, relax. I just like the whole feeling.
Mm-hmm. So it's really mixed in with having a good time with your friends and partying and maybe getting away from the hassles of everyday life.
I'd say that's pretty much what marijuana does for me, yeah.
And then you said there's some other drugs also. What is it that you like about those?
Well, I'll use a little cocaine here and there, like I had mentioned, and, a few other things on a much less regular basis, let's just say. But I don't know. It's hard to describe. I just feel some kind of need to really blow off steam sometimes, I guess. And my working life is a very high pressure one. I'm responsible for like 15 guys that work for me. I have to take orders and respond to a heck of a lot of pressure from my superiors, and it's always in terms of getting things done and meeting deadlines and getting all the paperwork in. They don't care that I was out there getting the job done, then they turn around and say, well, where's all the paperwork? It's one of these deals where I feel like I'm ready to explode sometimes from just the pressures that my working life brings me, and I just like to blow off some steam, I guess would be the best way to put it with those things.
So you have a lot of responsibility. The job you have, you're working with a lot of people, you're overseeing a lot of people. You've got not a family yet, but you've got also a marriage, and you're responsible there. And in some ways, this is a pull to feel free of that, at least for a little while, to feel free of that responsibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I hear there a little more than just partying or having a good time, because you said need, that there's a sense of it might be hard to deal with all that if you didn't have these drugs to use, that in a way you need those to break the tension, to get away from the stress and the responsibility.
That's true. I mean, that's how I've been, using those substances all along now for quite a while, and I can't envision not, so it's hard to say how I would function if I couldn't or didn't.
So you're a little bit nervous about how you'd get along if you weren't using these things to blow off the steam, to let down.
Definitely.
Yeah. You mentioned marijuana, cocaine. What else? You said there's some other things too.
Well, every once in a while,